Hello, I'm happy that you're here today. It's Saturday, and today's practice is about fun, having fun, taking things easy, practicing with ease. So it's a joyful but challenging practice that we will do today. And that's enough. Let's get right into it. Start in a sitting position. As it is about fun, who would be better than Osho and also this tantric movement? So they are embracing earthly, let's say, sins. They are embracing that everything that you enjoy that feels good for you is good for you. So we are starting with Sufi circles today. Sit cross-legged, it doesn't matter which leg is on top, we will switch. And then start making circles. You can try out both directions and then with whatever direction feels right, continue in this direction. You can keep your eyes open or close them to get more into feeling. And move your spine. Maybe you want to extend your chest when you move forward and round your back when you move back. Maybe your circles are getting bigger, faster. Warm up your spine, get into a dizzy feeling, at least I do, and enjoy spinal circles and waves. Then slowly become smaller and slower until you're back in your center, and then switch your legs. Now the other one is on top, and this time move in the other direction. I love starting my practice with Sufi circles because it somehow centers me, it relaxes me, my spine, but also my thoughts, my mind. And yeah, it's a little bit like this moving meditation, doing the same movement, the circling movement over and over again. It gets me into a kind of trance. Slowly let your circles slow down, decrease in intensity, and then get back to your middle, to your center. Breathe in deeply and sigh everything out. And then move your hands in front of you so that you feel a slight stretch in your back. Your sit bones are still connected with the ground. And when you breathe in, pull your hands towards yourself and lift your heart, lift your chest. Breathing out, push back and round everything. few more times. And then slowly move back with your hands over your knees. Come onto your hands and knees into tabletop. And here we start circling over our wrists to warm up your wrists. A lot of circles today. Switch direction. And then come back to center. Move your hands to the side. Sway from side to side. And then bring your fingers towards your knees. And here, move back and forth. And then come onto the backs of your fingers. And the same movement. Inch back with your hip and to the front. And then bring your hands in a neutral position. Tuck your toes and move into your first downward facing dog for this practice. Make some intuitive movements, whatever feels good. And then from your downward facing dog, roll forward on your toes, round spine, strong core until you're in a plank. And then bend your knees, lift back and up, downward facing dog. Connect this with your breath, spinal waves to the front, round everything. And then extend and come back. Last one. Back in downward facing dog. Roll or move into your plank. From here, bring your right leg on top of your left one. And then roll on the side of your left side. Come into your modified side plank, modified Vashisthasana. From here, back to center, downward facing dog, and then lift your right leg, bend your knee to triceps, extend the leg, and then fallen triangle. Here, lower your hips and lift, lower and lift, lower, lift. 2 times. And then stay here. Plant your hand. Come on the top of your foot. Back to downward facing dog. 3-legged downward facing dog. Back to the normal downward facing dog. Roll to your plank again. Left leg on top of the right one. Come on to your right side and into your modified side plank. back into plank. From here, move back into this modified downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, knee to tricep, extend, and then fall in triangle on this side. And then lower your hip and lift up. Oh, that was my shoulder. Very loud. And 2 times more. Last one. Hold. Plant your right hand. Move back into 3-legged dog. And then downward facing dog. From here, lift your right leg and step to the outside of your right hand. Lower your knee and then stay here. You can move your knee a bit out to the outside so that you're on the right side of your foot. You can also lower down on your forearms, stretching your hip. I engage you to move in the stretch if you enjoy it and to really get every part. Also add a little twist here and then plant your foot, come back to the middle, lift your knee and step back into downward facing dog. Other side, lift your left leg and step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, lower your knee. And also here, I engage you to use your hand to move your knee, come onto your forearms if you like, and enjoy this hip stretch. Then back to center, lift your knees, step back to downward facing dog, and then step or jump to the front. Halfway up, fold down, and with strong legs, lift up and lower your arms. One more time, breathe in and lift your arms. Breathe out and hinge forward. Breathe in, halfway up. Breathe out, step or jump to your Chaturanga and your Vinyasa, upward facing dog or cobra, and back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, step in between your hands, move your left foot into warrior one position. From a strong left foot and strong center, lift up into warrior one. Sink down. Shoulders are relaxed. Your pelvis is strong. Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. And then move into warrior two. Open your hips, sink down. Reverse your warrior, peaceful warrior. Back to warrior two. Stretch your front leg. Maybe come a bit closer with your back leg. Clasp your hands behind your back, twist your body to the front, still very strong back foot, and then extend your arms and move over your front foot, front leg, pyramid pose. You can stay parallel, you can come lower. Most important is that really this movement is from your hip and that your right hip is drawing back, your left hip is drawing to the front, and that both legs and feet are very, very strong. Strong core, move up, release your hands, and then move to the front of your mat. Now it's getting interesting. Lift your right leg. Cross it on top of your knee. Your foot is flexed, and then lower down. And keep your balance. Your hands are in front of your chest. You can stay here if you're flexible. You can lower down and come with your hands onto the ground. You can stay here or come into Kalavasana. For this, lock your foot with your triceps. So your right foot and your left triceps, and your right knee and your right triceps are strongly connected. Then move forward, and maybe you can lift your leg and extend into Kalavasana. Strongly move back, lift up, and then lower your leg and your arms. Maybe you have to move a bit more to the front. Breathe in and lift your arms. Breathe out, hinge forward. In, halfway up, out, step or jump. And then your vinyasa. Back into downward facing dog. Now lift your left leg, bend your knee and step in between your hands. Right foot 45 degrees, strong right foot, strong center. Lift up, warrior one. And open into warrior two. Open your hips, sink down, shoulders are relaxed. Reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two. Straighten your legs, come a bit closer, clasp your fingers, this time the other way around, the weird one. Elbows come close together, shoulders together, elbows bent, hips to the front, extend your arms, and then bend forward. Left hip wants to move back. The right foot is pressing firmly into the ground. The next time you're breathing in, come up. Release your hands and step to the front. Bend your left knee. Bring it on top of your right knee and then Bend your right knee and lower down. Strong core. The belly is drawing in and the sacrum is drawing down. Stay here or move forward, bending so that your hands connect to the mat or the ground. Then if you want to go further, bring your right foot close to your triceps and lock your left foot, and then maybe the full expression. Slowly come back and rise up. Lower your leg and breathe in deeply. Bring your feet together so your big toes are touching, your heels slightly apart. Breathe in, lift your arms and rise onto your toes. And on 10 counts, we're lowering down. 10, 9, you're still on your toes. 7, 6, 5, strong core, ribs drawing in. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands to the side. We have another funny arm balance, if you like. Side crawl. So bring your hands to the left side. Your weight is on your hands and your right triceps and your left knee are connected. And then come onto your toes and maybe you can even lift up and float. Slowly back onto your toes, back to the middle. Center yourself for 2 breaths. And then if you like, on the other side. So bring your hands parallel to each other, to your right side, outside of your mat. Come onto your toes. And then also here maybe you can lift up. Side crawl. And then slowly move back onto your toes. Hands in front of your chest. And then release down, sink down on your butt and lower your body. Bring your feet to the ground so that your middle finger can just touch your heels. Bring your shoulders close to each other. And then next time breathing in, lift your hips. Press firmly into your feet. And stretch your neck and lift up. If you like, you can clasp fingers and come higher. And then release and lower down. You can do bridge pose again, or if you like, you can do the wheel. So if you do the wheel, I will lead you bridge pose, just do the same as before. For the wheel, bring your hands next to your head, fingers are pointing towards your shoulders, your butt, and then similar to the bridge, when you breathe in, lift up and come onto the crown of your head first. From here, maybe adjust your hands, and then strong arms and feet come into your wheel. Your knees you want to draw together, And you breathe deeply. And you lower down. Come onto your head again. And then carefully lower down. And draw your knees into your chest and your head into your knee. A lot of challenging, fun poses today. And release your legs. But now we're only coming down. Bring your hands to the side like a T. Bend your right leg so that it's 90 degrees, and then come over to your left side. And maybe you want to help with your left hand and look into your right palm. And recalibrate your spine. You can be very proud of all the arm balances that you attempted or you did, but it's not important if it actually worked out or not. The feeling, trying to get your weight on your hands, over your shoulders, trying to let your feet get light. That's the feeling you want to aim. It's fun, that gives you a lot of confidence and strength in the same way. Move back to the center and then extend and twist to the other side. Maybe you noticed that we didn't stay in all those balances for a very long time. And we only did them once. So it was really only an attempt. If it doesn't work out this time, fine. Then just go forward, continue with your yoga practice, with the flow. Maybe the next time it's working. From experience, I can tell if it's working out, it's this time when you're simply doing it. You don't want to try too hard, you're simply doing it, and suddenly it's working out. That's why we just had a glimpse into all those balances and then move back out again to keep it fun and joyful and to keep the ease in this practice. Move back to the middle and then extend your legs and come into your Shavasana. Give yourself a smile internally and externally, and enjoy this feeling. Enjoy the relaxation after this physical, demanding, playful practice, and after all the inversions you've done. As always, stay as long in your Shavasana as you need it. Maybe today you have even more time as it's Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take this light, joyful, easy feeling into the rest of your day, and don't take things too seriously. Don't stick to anything too much. Thank you so much for this practice. Namaste.